please call the roll.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Next item, moment of silence. As we begin this meeting, let us pause for a 60-second moment of silence to reflect, meditate, pray, or engage in other silent activity. Thank you. Pledge of Allegiance will be led by the board clerk, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All right. The next item, approval of the regular board meeting minutes for July 18th.
Make a motion to approve.
I second.
Okay, motion's been made. Second, please call the roll.
Ms. Taylor?
Yes.
Mr. Cockrell?
Yes.
Ms. Roulette?
Yes.
Mr. Denton?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Did you get voting buttons?
No
We didn't get voting
buttons.
buttons. All right.
Did it come through?
Nope.
Not yet.
So waiting on the who second
Huh.
on the recommendation. Blank.
That's all right.
There. Did it come through now?
Nope.
All right.
Well, we can, I guess we'll take the manual, the old school way. It's this high-tech world we're in. All right. Next item, Miss James. All right.
Good evening, Mr. Denton and the board members and Mr. Perry. I want to present to you guys some, to recognize Julie Sunderland. I'm going to have her come up here in just a moment. Julie is actually our principal of our early high school, our early college high school, but she's also over our career tech education program. So she helps organize it, just stays on top of it, makes sure we're getting the funds that we have. In order to get funds for our Carl Perkins, we have to complete several grants. And this year, with her working and oversight and the dedication of that, she actually was able to bring in us like $229,823. So this supports a lot of our programs. So I just want to recognize her, but then I'm going to let her step up and recognize some of the other individuals that have also written their own grants and things like that. So, Ms. Sunderland.
Thank you. Sure.
Perfect. All right, like Ms. James said, we are fortunate to have a really robust CTE program here in Broken Arrow, and we have wonderful teachers, and many of them chimed in this year and wrote some grants of their own. So first I'd like to recognize one of the assistant principals at the high school, Miss Amy Presley, who, if you'll stand, Amy, she worked to really on a lot of things. She worked on our Carl Perkins needs assessment that was required for our Perkins 5 grant, but specifically she worked with Mr. Tyler Utt. Tyler, if you would stand. Tyler teaches a VR programming class at the high school, and they both wrote a grant It's actually a 2-year grant. You'll see right here, it's the high growth and emerging technology in the amount of $35,000. That's just for this year. They're also getting about that much next year as well. It's a 2-year grant, and that's going to allow them to put virtual reality headsets in his classroom so that his students can continue to work towards that and really be relevant and know what they're doing, and leave our program in really great shape to be competitive with everybody else. Further, Miss Lisa Moore is here tonight. Miss Lisa is a FACS teacher, family and consumer science teacher at Broken Arrow High School, and she wrote one of our lottery grants that she was awarded this year. And you'll see that's a $13,000 grant. That's just money for her to buy supplies. She's buying a really cool geriatric simulator for her classroom for her students to use. So it's really, really neat. Miss Smith is also a family and consumer science teacher, but she couldn't be here tonight. She too wrote a grant, I believe, for sewing machines, and that she was awarded that grant, which is almost $3,000. So I'm really proud of our team. They did a great job.
Great.
Incredible job, guys. I mean, that's amazing with, you know, in today's world with some of our funding and stuff being reduced and everything else, and for being able to get that kind of money. I mean, that's remarkable. Hats off to you guys. And to even be staged for next year, that's really cool. So thank you for the hard work. I'm grateful. So I know we kind of jumped into a couple of the next item, number 6 there.
I think we might have done all of them.
Yeah,
Yes.
we did the number 6, number 7, Lisa Moore, and then
number
Rachel
8.
Smith. Okay, so we will jump into number 9.
All right, well, good evening, Mr. Perry and members of the board. I'm really excited to be here tonight to recommend a candidate to serve as the Highland Park Elementary Assistant Principal Intern. We had one of our assistant principals leave to go to a neighboring district, and so we would like to recommend Mr. Roger Kubilis. Mr. Kubilis has served as a music teacher at Vandiver since 2011. He was actually a music director and a technology director in McAllister for 5 years, but I also have got to highlight, since 2009, he has and is still currently serving in the U.S. Air Force Reserve. So that's kind of near and dear to my heart just a little bit. So, and before you vote, the one thing that I have to mention about Mr. Kubilis is he's interviewed a couple of times over the past couple of years, and he, you know, Miss Dias or Dr. Dias and I always say, you're interviewing every day. He has literally been interviewing every day and has just risen to the occasion. This year, when we had a changeover in principals in the middle of the year at Vandiver, he stepped up. We actually had that change there and the change with a counselor in the middle of the year, and he stepped up and really filled in the gap for that building. And so tonight, like I said, I'm excited to recommend Mr. Kubilis to be an assistant principal intern at Highland Park Elementary.
Awesome. Any questions or okay?
Make a motion to approve.
Okay, motion.
I'll second.
Second, please call the roll.
Ms. Taylor?
Yes.
Mr. Cockrell?
Yes.
Mr. Lutz?
Yes.
Mr. Denton?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
We're still waiting on buttons there, but Mr. Kubilis, do you have any guests with you tonight? And first off, I want to say thank you for your service. It is an honor to have you on our staff, and so thank you.
Yes, just now.
All right. Thank you and congratulations. Welcome. Okay. No comments from the public, so go on to the general consent agenda items, number 12 through 61. Any questions? No? All right, welcome a motion.
Make a motion to approve.
A second.
Okay, motion and second. Please call the roll.
Ms. Taylor?
Yes.
Mr. Cockrell?
Yes.
Mr. Lutz?
Yes.
Mr. Denton?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Everything's moving at light speed tonight, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
We're just waiting on our voting buttons for a moment, so.
There it is.
Just now, yes.
All right, cool. All right. Mr. Steger, number 62.
Good evening, everyone. I'm seeking your approval tonight on 3 new board policies. These policies are due to Senate bills that were passed last legislation, and they have been reviewed by legal as well.
Okay. All right. So these have already been gone through once, and so this is for the adoption of the policy,
This is
right?
adoption
Okay,
of policy,
thank you.
yes, due to legislation that
All right.
came into effect with Senate Bill.
Perfect. Okay.
Make a motion to approve?
I'll second that.
Okay, a motion has been made. Second, please call the roll.
Ms. Taylor?
Yes.
Mr. Cockrell?
Yes.
Ms. Roulette?
Yes.
Mr. Denton?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
All right. Mr. Leach, number 63.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Tonight I bring a request to surplus a piece of real property and allow its public sale, and authorize the Director of Construction Services to offer the property for public sale and disposal. The property is located at 130 East Jackson Street.
All right. Any questions? Welcome motion.
Make a motion to approve?
A second.
Okay, motion and second. Please call the roll.
Mr. Cockrell?
Yes.
Ms. Taylor?
Yes.
Ms. Roulette?
Yes.
Mr. Denton?
Yes.
My next item is the same, another piece of real property to offer for, to declare surplus and offer for public sale. The property is located at 300 East Jackson Street.
Okay. Outstanding.
And just for conversation, this is property that the district owns that we couldn't use or couldn't build on, and that's why we're getting rid of it?
Correct, these are vacant lots that are in a residential neighborhood.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Okay, motion's been made. Second, please call the roll.
Ms. Taylor?
Yes.
Mr. Cockrell?
Yes.
Ms. Roulette?
Yes.
Mr. Denton?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Okay. All right, Mr. Shepherd.
Good evening, Mr. Perry, Board of Education, Mr. Denton. Good to be here tonight. Just 2 items here from the facilities/maintenance arena. The first one is a discussion, motion, and vote on motion to approve or disapprove the bid for the Options Academy HVAC project to Custom Services, which is a local air conditioning and heating company, in the amount of $143,500 paid for with bond funds. And as you can see, all bidding was conducted pursuant of the Oklahoma Competitive Bid Act. So this is the 2-story building at the Options Academy.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do it in 2 phases. So we had to bid in 2 phases, and the total for that was $143,500.
Perfect.
So that's for both phases.
Yes.
Good. Okay.
And this is for the system that was put in? Or is this for what we're going to also put in?
We're going to be replacing
Going to be replaced.
There's 8 air conditioning systems in that building. We're going to replace all of them.
Okay.
We found a date on one of them. It was 1979.
That's
Got
pretty
our
good
mon-
lifespan
got
on
our
those.
money.
Yeah,
That's
it's good
pretty
stuff.
good to be able
It
to.
doesn't run anymore, but it had a date on it.
As-
So.
All right. Any more questions?
Make a motion to approve?
I'll second that.
Okay, motion and second. Please call the roll.
Ms. Taylor?
Yes.
Mr. Cockrell?
Yes.
Ms. Roulette?
Yes.
Mr. Denton?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
I almost feel like we need Jeopardy music. Yeah. We'll go ahead and go to your next item.
Okay, item
Thank you,
number
Mayor.
66, again, some of the same language here, discussion, motion, and vote on a motion to approve or disapprove the bid for the Wolf Creek Elementary School parking lot, the lot project to JEI in the amount of $211,734. We paid for with bond funds, and again, everything was conducted pursuant to the Oklahoma Competitive Bid Act. This parking lot is a concrete parking lot. It's the west parking lot. It's the main parking lot for, and you've seen it, I know.
Oh, sure have. It's bad.
It's in bad shape. So we have had a lot of discussion on what to do, how to do it. Mike and I, Mr. Leach, construction expert, and he drove through it, and he basically said what happened to the parking lot and why it's in the kind of shape it's in. And the only way to repair it is to repair the holes and overlay the whole thing. So that's the project that's at our hands right now. And so we're seeking approval for this to make it look brand new.
When will this project be done?
As soon as it gets approved, I'm gonna have a meeting with JEI, and we are gonna get a game plan and see if it's something we can get done before school starts.
Oh, great.
That's what we would love,
Yeah.
but if it doesn't, we're gonna go to Plan B. It may be fall break.
Okay.
But it's gonna be very difficult with school going to shut that parking lot
Sure.
down. So it depends on the availability of materials too.
Yeah.
Because of concrete and asphalt, trucks, drivers, everything is just really tight right now.
Now, will there be a warranty or anything like that on the materials if it starts to crumble or anything like that?
Yes, there will be a warranty on it from the installer, and it's all written up in his proposal.
Perfect.
So
Thank
we've
you.
got all that.
Awesome. Okay.
Make a motion to approve?
I'll second that.
Okay, motion's been made and second. Please call the roll.
Ms. Taylor?
Yes.
Mr. Cockrell?
Yes.
Ms. Roulette?
Yes.
Mr. Denton?
Yes.
Look at those voting buttons just popping up.
I know.
Thank you.
It came in early. Ms. Enoff. All right. Thank you, sir.
Good evening. I'd like to ask the board to approve the renewal application for the Broken Arrow Band Booster Club and to also approve the sanctioning request of the 5 middle schools and the Freshman Academy. If you recall, we went through the sanctioning process a few years ago, and thanks to the leadership in those departments, it has been very, very successful. So with this, the middle school and BAFA feel like they are ready to take that next step and go under the umbrella of the overall Band Booster Club Association, and so I'd like to request that approval for tonight.
Make a motion to approve?
I'll second.
Okay, motion's been made. Second, please call the roll.
Ms. Taylor?
Yes.
Mr. Cockrell?
Yes.
Ms. Roulette?
Yes.
Mr. Denton?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Okay. Ms. Enoff.
My next item is to ask the board to approve the sanctioning request for the Broken Arrow Special Olympics Club to be a sanctioned organization. As you know, in Broken Arrow, we have a very rich and strong Special Olympics and special education program, and thanks to our parents, they feel like they are ready to take this step into the sanctioning world, and definitely like to support them in that.
Good.
Great.
All right. Any questions? All right.
I move we
Make a
do
mo-
that, Jess.
Okay, motion.
I'll second.
Okay, motion's been made and second. Please call the roll.
Ms. Taylor?
Yes.
Mr. Cockrell?
Yes.
Ms. Roulette?
Yes.
Mr. Denton?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Okay. Hold on for a second. I'm still stuck on number 67. There we go. Okay. It just changed. Oh, no, you're fine. New business, we do not have any, so next item is adjournment.
Make a motion to adjourn?
I will second that.
All right, motion been made. Second, please call the roll.
Ms. Taylor?
Yes.
Mr. Cockrell?
Yes.
Ms. Roulette?
Yes.
Mr. Denton?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
All right.
We're gonna-
Thank you guys very much.
We're gonna have to
Appreciate it.
text you now.
Can we
or-
break away?
Yeah.
It's a record.
We talked